Hello everybody, how's it going? In today's video I have some very big news. I'm gonna start running for a marathon. Hey! This is very big news for me because I have never done anything close to a long distance run. The farthest I've done is 5Ks and triathlons I have simulated, where the max run was I think 3, maybe 4 miles. And so we're gonna go from 3 to 4 miles to now all of a sudden 26.2 miles. Aha. But now I'm not going to be training for just any marathon. I'm going to train to qualify for Boston Marathon, the granddaddy of marathons of them all. Now I am aware this is a very, very big task that I'm trying to conquer, but we're just going to try it and see what happens. The qualifying time for Boston is 3 hours for someone my age, which boils down to about a 6 minute and 55 pace mile. Now this running pace is substantially faster than I have ever ran a long distance. The longest I've ever run, something under 7 minutes, is about maybe 2 miles. And for someone with no running experience behind me, it's going to be very interesting, very challenging, but I'm very excited for it. I've actually been running for the last couple of years, but usually I run every morning and only for 2, maybe 3 miles. It's more at a 7:30, 7:45 pace. I did do one farther run last year where I went almost 5.5 miles, but I was at an 8:40 pace. And so we have to go from 8:40 all the way down to 6:55 minimum. And so that is one of the 2 challenges. The other one is the distance. Like I said, the farthest I have gone before training for this marathon is only 5.5 miles. I have to almost multiply that by 5 in order to get to the distance I want. So this is going to be a doozy. Now for all of you out there who are like, oh my gosh, Cooper, you can't do this, you're gonna hurt yourself. I have been doing some, detailed research into how to run a marathon, how to train for a marathon. I'm aware that you can't just run 26.2 miles out of anywhere. You got to train months and months in advance. So my goal is to train 8 to 10 months and with time and distance and see if I can run a marathon in late summer and then qualify for the Boston Marathon either for the following year or for that year. And this extremely detailed marathon training schedule involves 4 main days of running. I'm going to have 3 days of a shorter, quicker cardio, 2 to maybe 4 miles for the first couple months. I'm going to try and keep this pace between 7 to 7.5 minutes, see where we're at. And then once a week, I'm going to do a longer run where I'm going to start with 7 or 8 miles and bump it up to 9, 10. And I actually read that after you're running for a long distance for a couple weeks, you actually are supposed to bring it back. So let's say I get to 11 miles, I'd come back down to 6 or 7, and then go back up to 12 the next week. Now that's only 4 days of the week, so the other 3 days of the week you're probably thinking, what am I going to do? Well, news for you, I have a plan for that too. I'm going to do still some form of cardio and exercise to keep my muscles moving and to keep my body in shape, but they're going to be low impact cardio and movements. So this involves biking, walking, swimming. I'm going to be hitting abs all the time because those are always important. And this is my game plan for how I'm going to pick up pace and distance while not running all the time. Currently, as the schedule sits, I have about 6 months until the next Boston Marathon. This might be pushing the limits of my pace and my distance I'm going to try and do. But in the following year, so about 18 months, will be when the next one is. And this one I think I could reasonably qualify for with the correct training and consistency. For those of you who might be following me on Instagram, you might already know that I've already started my training actually. This is now walking into the 2nd week of the Boston Marathon training, and I will go over my mileage and times every week in this video to give updates of what I'm doing to keep me honest and so you guys can follow along, because maybe you're training for something too, and if you see someone else being consistent, maybe they'll be consistent, then we'll both be better people. So without further ado, let's get into those times. On Sunday and Monday of the week from October 24th to the 30th, I didn't actually run. Instead, I played basketball and I biked, and I did a little extra weightlifting to make up for it. Tuesday in the morning, I ran 2 miles at a 7:38 pace, not bad, I'd like to get up a little more. Then on Wednesday, I ran 3 miles at a 7:50 pace. This was a little slow, I was kind of disappointed with this one. And then on Thursday, I ran 2 more miles again at a 7:45 pace. Friday was a non-running day, so I did some biking and weightlifting instead in the morning. And then the day everyone's been waiting for, Saturday, the big long day. On this day, I ran 8 miles at a pace of 7:41. This completely blew my mind at how fast and how far I can run in the shape I am in. I was expecting to do 6 miles, maybe 8, or closer to an 8-minute pace. Instead, I did 8 miles at a 7:40 pace. This makes me extremely excited about how fast I can run and how far I can actually run if I keep training and keep up with it. Making me think that this idea of qualifying for Boston Marathon might be achievable if I keep my mind to it and keep a consistent running schedule. So to wrap this video up, all in all, I am a non-runner who is training for a running marathon. It sounds crazy, but I think I have a chance at doing it. I know it's going to be a long road, it's going to be difficult, and it sounds a lot more fun than it's really going to be because I've never really enjoyed running before. I want to try something new, something challenging that I haven't done yet. So with all that being said, it wraps up today's episode. So if you're not already, please check me out on Instagram and TikTok. I post a couple times a week. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to see more videos like this. I'm about to turn on that notification bell so I post another Boston Marathon progression video next week. You'll know when it happens. Have a fabulous day. Peace.